Thank you. Please announce yourself. All participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
Okay. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling incredible this beautiful morning. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a self-esteem development fanatic, starting with my own. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm also a revenue acceleration expert. Plain and simple, our job every single morning is to help you go further, faster, with less effort. Your business is worth a lot more than you think. And if you're a leader, if you're a business person, if you're a salesperson, then there's no way you should have any money problems. Any of them three, and God is taking care of you. If you are lacking resources, I'm here to tell you, you actually aren't being resourceful. We pray for bread and God gives us seed. You know what I mean? So let's get these shout outs cracking. Let them know what city you from. Rep your city. Let's go. Let's go. My man Yo Hans made it in this morning. Yo, you beat Yulee. That's like a record, bro. Nobody ever beats Yulee here every single morning. Yeah. Brooklyn, New York is in the house. Let's get it. What's up, Kenya? What's up, Dorsey Lynn? Let's go. YouTube gang checking in. Facebook crew is in the house. What's up, Vanessa? Good morning, Queen. Let them know we in the house. Share this with an entrepreneur. Put it in somebody's Facebook group. What's up, Miss Mandy? Let's go. Don Lamar is in the house. Hey, shout out your business. What kind of business do you have? How does it help people? By now, we all know that what separates successful people from not so successful people is the mindset. We all know that. We know it's the mindset they have and the action they take. We know that you can't have more until you do more, and you won't do more until you become more. That's why we always say you got to learn more if you want to earn more. Is that a fact? And one of the first things to know is that success and comfort don't really fit in the same sentence. Is that a fact? Is that a fact? A lot of times, this is where the not so successful people, I'm using air quotes, you know what I mean? This is where the not so successful people tend to fail. This is where they tend to fall. To live a larger life than you currently are living, you got to get uncomfortable. Somebody give it to me in the comments, type it in your notes. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. There's no growth in the comfort zone, and there's no comfort in the growth zone. Can somebody type that out for me? What's up, Samaya? There's no growth in the comfort zone, and then there's no comfort in the growth zone. Is that a fact, Miss Melton? There is no growth in the comfort zone, and there's no comfort in the growth zone. Somebody type that in the comments for me. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, Ken. Yeah, Molly Mall. Checking in. Wyona, what's up? What's up? Yeah, my man Shiz is in the house. I knew that was you checking in from Brooklyn. You know I knew that. I hope you understood what I was saying about young Stephon Marbury yesterday, King. You know what I mean? I hope we got our perspective right on that thing. Check it out, y'all. There's no growth in the comfort zone, and there's no comfort in the growth zone. Can somebody give me that? There's no growth in the comfort zone. Thank you, Samaya. And there's no comfort in the growth zone. But the problem is most people run away from anything that makes them uncomfortable. It's a paradox. It's like they're literally running away from progress. They're literally running away from success. I was telling one of my mentees the other day, it never scares me making mistakes, y'all. Let me tell you what it scared me, Shakayla. What it scared me is if this is as good as it gets. You feel me, Michael Joe? That's what would scare me. If this is as good as I could get. If God somehow said, oh, listen, man, you perfect. You got it all together. Everything you do is just right. And yet I'm still on this level. I still don't have helicopters. I still don't have jets. Not saying that has to be your dream. You feel me, Brian? I ain't saying that. But what I am saying is, if this was as good as I could get, I'd be depressed. Millionaires, if you've ever been curious as to where you might be falling a little bit short, I'm about to kill your curiosity right now. If you start to expand your mind to match your goals won't have to shrink to match that mind. You get what I'm saying? If you start to expand your world by doing things that are uncomfortable, you'll see your reality change. You'll start to experience success on a completely different level than you've ever imagined it. And the reason I'm bringing this up right now is because we're getting close to the halfway mark of a new year. Everybody with me? This is the halfway mark of a brand new year. What's up, Taisha? And so it's time for us to kind of look at our goals. What were our New Year's resolutions? What are the things that we committed to? I asked them a question yesterday. I said, what are you going to do that's brand new? You say you want brand new results, but what are you going to do that's brand new? Because to get into a mindset where you expect different results, but you're still doing the same exact activity or even less, that's insane. It's insane. Albert Einstein said the definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing, but expecting different results. What I'm humbly suggesting this morning is that we do something different, that you get uncomfortable. So I'm going to give you 7 uncomfortable but essential habits to adopt if you want to be a part of the 1%. That's the topic of today's training. This is 7 uncomfortable habits that'll make you a 1%er. Y'all with me? All right, let's get it. Here's the first one, y'all. Man, this is a big one. Y'all ready? This is the first one. Remove toxic people from your life. What is toxic? What's a toxic person? There's so many words that we use in today's language that I'm not sure that we really know what we're talking about. Anybody tired of everybody saying toxic? And it's like, what's your definition of that, bro? Hey, homegirl, what you mean by toxic? That's exactly right, Jackie. Come see Jack in the house. What am I going to do that I haven't done before? What's your definition of a toxic person? My man Ken said a dream killer. What's your definition of a toxic person? You ever thought about this? We always hear people talking about it. Somebody tell me, what do you consider toxic? What's your point of view? Millionaires, you'll never see how toxic somebody is till you get a breath of fresh air, right? You might not have made a conscious choice when you were younger who you let into your life. A lot of times you had no choice. It was the same neighborhood y'all lived in, or y'all went to the same school, or y'all had the same homeroom, something like that, right? You didn't really have that much of a choice. Somebody said toxic energy. Valerie said that it's about negative energy. Yeah, it's a must, shiz. What do you call toxic? Right? Stressed out, worrisome, somebody who's always negative. I see that a lot. Consistent negative energy. Yeah. I hear you. What else? Toxic people don't grow and then they hinder your growth, whining and complaining. They're a distraction from progression. Shakayla said, I don't even worry about those people. What's your best definition? Jamal said, using the word toxic is toxic. You crazy, bro. Toxic equals no growth, equals narcissistic, equals not thinking of others. Boom. That's it. Flono and Miss Mandy came the closest. Yeah, jealousy, too comfortable. Check it out, y'all. The definition of toxic is self-absorbed. The people in your life should be supportive. The people in your life should be encouraging. The people in your life should be on your side. The people in your life should never be making you feel less than. But additionally, their mindset influences yours. You start to take on their expectations for life. But the definition of toxic is self-absorbed. Not only does all suffering come from self-absorption, but all toxicity comes from self-absorption. The reason they said that to you is because they're just thinking about themselves. The reason they did that is because they have no consideration for you. They're literally self-absorbed. Millionaires, you're a product of your environment. If you surround yourself with the best, you're going to become better. Once you let go of negative people, millionaires, the positive ones will just appear. You ain't got to erase nobody because God will replace somebody. You hear what I'm saying? Just like you might have developed limiting beliefs from your environment as a child, the same thing happens with your environment when you're an adult. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And if you want to be a 1%er, you've got to do a better job of getting rid of the toxic people in your life. Because what will happen is if you surround yourself with people that don't believe in you, if you surround yourself with people that are so self-absorbed that your dreams become a threat to them, what's going to happen is You're going to let them constantly and consistently talk you out your dreams. Oh, you're thinking too big. Oh, that'll never work. Oh, listen, people is out here to get us. Millionaires, you stay around them but so long. Why you think that big book about entrepreneurship says deliver me from temptation? It don't say make me strong in the temptation, keep me strong around all the toxic people in my life. No, it says remove me from these fools. Right? All right. Here's the second one I got for you. You ready? I hope I ain't starting off too heavy. You ready? If you're ready, somebody say ready and give me a share. Check it out. I got one for you. I got one for you before you share it. Be like, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and then give me a share. Jim Rohn said that, but check it out. That's whether you're talking about weight. That's whether you're talking about marital status. That's whether you're talking about bank account. That's whether you're talking about habits of exercise. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's if you're talking about negative mindset or positive mindset. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Type that in and then share this with somebody that needs to know. Here's the second one, y'all. Remind yourself there's nothing to fear but fear itself. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. You hear me? You got to tell your fear to get the hell out the way. Fear is always going to be a part of life, but you got to tell it get the hell out the way. Confidence, courage. It does not mean you don't feel fear. Confidence, courage. It means you feel the fear, but you do it anyway. Fear is not the wind blowing. Fear is not the grass growing. Fear is a construct of the mind. It's always going to be there. The only thing you can do is improve your relationship with fear. Only thing you can do is improve how you manage the fear. Fear is always going to be there. But the problem is people let fear stop them all the time. That's why they don't take action, even if they know it's the right thing to do. People fear change. Why you think women stay in abusive relationships? People fear change. Why you think people can't quit doing heroin or quit doing crack or quit doing meth? It's because they fear the change. You get what I'm saying? Why you think people stay stuck in some job they hate? It's because they fear the change. People prefer the devil that they know to the one they don't know. They're scared of getting out that comfort zone because the brain is not a happiness machine. The brain is not a money-making device. The brain is designed to protect you. And obviously, if the brain's sole purpose is protection, then anything new is bad. No, we don't want to go around that corner. There might be a tiger around that corner. Something might jump out a tree on us around that corner. No, let's stay where we are. Now, maybe not a literal tree, maybe not a literal tiger, but you get what I'm saying? Your brain is designed to do one thing, and that's protect you. So fear can start to feel real. Fear can start to feel physical, but this is because your mind can't tell the difference between memory and imagination. Your mind makes your heart speed up faster when you're watching a movie, even though you know you're looking at an actor, even though you know somewhere in the part you can't see, somebody yelled lights, camera, action. But because your mind can't tell the difference between real fear and imagined fear, somebody got to take the sovereign ability to control their emotional state. Somebody's got to access their divinity and rise to the top of the food chain so that you have more choices available than just fight or flight. Somebody got to decide that this fear don't matter. You need to understand that fear is normal, but you got to get uncomfortable. You got to charge ahead anyway. You got to prepare yourself for the challenge and then rise to it. Somebody type this in the comments. The will to win is really the will to prepare. Somebody hear what I'm saying to you? The will to win is what it looks like, but the will to prepare is what it feels like. When you hear them say fear is, false evidence appearing real, or what's another acronym for fear? Face everything and rise. You hear me? What I'm saying is you make the call. The choice is up to you. So why let it control you? You ready for the third one? Somebody say there's nothing to fear but fear itself, and then give me a share. Somebody say there's nothing to fear but fear itself, Scooby. Share this with somebody. Yeah, Damon. Let them know, King. Somebody say there's nothing to fear but fear itself. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Let's go, Miss Mandy. Let's go, Sade. Let's go. Let's go. The will to win is really the will to prepare. Somebody give it to me if you're ready for the next one. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Hey, appreciate those shares right there. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Let's go. Let's go. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Let's get it. Here's the third one. Here's the third uncomfortable habit that 1%ers take serious. Check it out, y'all. Somebody give me this in the comments. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. Somebody write that out. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. The uncomfortable habit is they treat time as more valuable than money. Somebody give me that in the comments and then give me a share. I'm going to prove it to you. Check it out, millionaires. If I said, who wants $1,000,000? Who would say me? Who would say me? Let me see it in the comments. Say me. Let's say I'm gonna give you a check for $1,000,000. You can guarantee the check is gonna clear. Who would want that check? Somebody say me if you would want that check. Rosetta, would you want that check? Jasmine, would you want that check? Who would want that check? Hey Shiz, would you want that check? Who would want that check? Yeah. Me, right? Yeah, Denise. Autumn said me. I would want it. See, because sometimes we even scared to raise our hand. Like, oh Lord, if I raise my hand, somebody going to judge me. I'm telling you, be a leader this morning. Who would take that $1,000,000? Who would take that $1,000,000? Let me see it. Well, check this out, y'all. What if I said there's just one catch? What if I said the only catch is you got to trade in your life? I'm going to give you the $1,000,000 a day, but you got to die tomorrow. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, Lord, now wait a minute. Now, some of y'all like, get rich or die trying. But some of y'all like, oh, wait a minute, whoa, right? Now, let's flip it around. What if I told you you have an incurable disease, but to solve that disease, all you need to do is pay $1,000,000 for this cure? Who's paying $1,000,000? You got the $1,000,000 in your 401k, you know what I mean? And they told you that you was about to die, but you could cure it for $1,000,000. Who would spend that $1,000,000 to cure that disease? Say me. Say me. See, what you know inherently is that time is more valuable than money. You trade all your money for some more time. You got what I'm saying? And you wouldn't take all the money in the world if it meant you had to give up your time. You see what I'm saying? So the 1%er takes time management dead serious. A lot of people believe the lie that time is money. And so what it tricks them into doing is taking a whole bunch of their time and trading it for a little bit of somebody else's money because they've been taught a lie. You hear them say it all the time. Time is money. Time is money. Time is money. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. But do you live like it? Do you live like it? Check it out. A lot of people don't understand how time and wealth are so interconnected. Check it out. If I make $1,000,000, am I rich? Well, the answer is it depends, right, Damon? I was just talking to Damon and them about this in Texas this weekend. The answer is it depends. Because if I make $1,000,000 over 40 years, that's $25,000 a year. But if I make $1,000,000 in 1 year, I'm 40 times richer than the guy that made $1,000,000 over 40 years. You get what I'm saying to you? Time and money are really, really connected. You got to get rich as soon as possible. You got to take time management serious. You got to put in some work to do things that others won't so you can live how others can't. Oh, it might take you a year straight where you can't go to the movies. You can't go out dating all the time. You can't be out here having fun and traveling and posting pics on Instagram. It might take you 2 years straight. But what would you say if I said you could take 2 years and transform the rest of your life? You could take 2 years doing what other people want to spend the rest of your life doing what other people can't. You hear what I'm saying to you? Millionaires, that's your albatross as an entrepreneur. That is your burden to bear as an entrepreneur. You literally have the world in your hands, but you got to serve before you deserve. What are you doing with your time? A lot of people think that how they spend their time and the results they get in life ain't even all that connected, when really it's everything. How you spend your time determines whether you're going to achieve your goals. Are you spending your time organizing the paper clips on your desk? Are you spending your time sweeping up this section of the floor? Are you spending your time organizing your business cards? Or are you spending your time doing income producing activity? You know, if you have a home-based business, income producing activities, things like making the calls, it's following up with people, it's hitting people up and saying, hey man, I know this probably ain't for you, but do you know somebody that could use this? Hey, I know you ain't tripping off our business, but check it out, man. Do you know a couple people that might be looking to make this the last year they got to pay rent? Or hey man, I know this business ain't for you, but check it out, man. If you know anybody that wants to stop paying rent this year, you know, or make this the last year they pay rent, could you please recommend me? See, now I'm doing stuff that matters to my bottom line. It might not be fun to plan. It might not be fun to prioritize. It might not be fun to strategize your time. But you know what's fun? Buying that dream car. You know what's fun? Buying that dream home. You know what's fun? Setting an example for your children so you live as an example and not a warning. That's the fun part. You might feel uncomfortable at the thought of it, but if you don't take it more serious, you can expect that you're going to have a future that looks just like your past. Somebody give me this in the comments. Somebody give me this in the comments. If you don't know where you want to be in 2 years, you already there. Woo! I don't know if somebody heard me. I said, if you don't know where you want to be in 2 years, you're already there. Maximize your time to maximize your results. If you don't manage your time effectively, you're not managing your life. You're not managing your success as effectively as you could. All masters of the universe value time instead of waste it. Hey, man, somebody give me that in the comments. If you don't know where you want to be in 2 years, you already there. If you don't know where you want to be in 2 years, yeah, Rosetta, yeah, Scooby, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If you don't know where you want to be in 2 years, you're already there. Here's the fourth one. The world class invest, not sacrifice. The world class invest, not sacrifice. Sacrifice is an ingredient. That's number 4 I got for you. There are going to be some things you got to give up. I was talking to one of my, I believe it might have been Jamal Flono. We was talking about this 90-day blitz that a bunch of people is about to run on. You got 90 days to go as hard as you can for your business and make the fourth quarter one to remember, right? 90 days. And what he said he's about to do is give up sports. He was like, yo, Atlanta's about to have the best football season, probably the best baseball season that they've had since he's been living in Atlanta. And the man was born and raised in Atlanta. He said he's also going to give up sex. He's like, he's focused for the next 90 days. My question to you is, what are you willing to give up? Things like waking up earlier to get the job done, staying in to get something done for your business instead of partying with your friends and paying to park and paying for drinks and all of this, right? Investing your money into growth. Maybe you take a couple dollars and you join the Kaizen Academy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you join the Kaizen Academy, right? But the bottom line is you got to invest in something if you want something to grow. Somebody type this in the comments and say it like you mean it. Every time you sow seed, you schedule a harvest. Every time you sow seed, you schedule a harvest. Millionaires, what are you investing in? Where are you investing your time? Where are you investing your energy? Where are you investing your money? It's about prioritizing the results you want to have over the stuff that's currently blocking you from getting there. That's the stuff you need to sacrifice. And I say sacrifice, but what I mean is reinvest. Sacrifice ain't bad, but it is essential. You got what I'm saying? Millionaires, you got to give something up if you want to go up. You got to separate the elevate. You got me? If you're not willing to give up some things in order to gain something bigger, you're not going to achieve your highest level of success. The hole you give through is the same hole you receive through. If you are not out here trying to give with an open hand, how are you going to receive? If your hand is closed, yeah, you ain't giving nothing up, but you also ain't getting nothing. You get what I'm saying? Some of y'all can't get what you want for the things you sell because you would never pay that same amount. Some of us are blocking ourselves with this vibration that says, oh, I love this person. Oh, I really rock with the information they give me, but I don't want to pay them. Don't you know that's the same energy you creating? So now, because you rock with him, but you don't want to pay him, somebody rock with you, but don't want to pay you. Oh, you love her. You love the information she gives you. You love how he or she helps out your life. But invest in their program? No, I couldn't do that. So guess what you're creating? A bunch of people that love you, love the information you share, but they don't want to invest in your program. This is what they mean by what goes around comes around. You got me? Man, one tree could make 1,000 matches, but one match could burn down 1,000 trees. You got what I'm saying? When a bird is alive, it eats the ants. But when the bird dies, the ants eat the bird. What goes around comes around, baby. I don't know if y'all catching it. Y'all with me for real? Here's number 5. Somebody say no risk, no reward. This the fifth. I got 7 uncomfortable habits for you. Somebody say no risk, no rewards. No risk, no rewards. No risk, no rewards. Um, um, I dare you play the lottery with your life. I've talked about this before, right? But I want you to think of self-esteem as casino chips. You know how I'm always like, I'm not only just here to help you make more money with your business. I'm here to help you grow your self-esteem. Check it out, y'all. If you imagine self-esteem like your poker chips, then what you got is the ability to risk a little something the more chips you got. But can you imagine if you have low self-esteem, you barely got any chips on the table? Now you're betting $1 here, right? But what if I told you the amount of chips you have is based on your imagination? It's based on your self-image. It's based on what you think you got. You see what I mean? What if I told you once you imagine you got more of it, you got more of it? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So instead of you making these little mincy bets because you hoping you can tiptoe silently and somehow slip into your grave with as little noise as possible. What an idiotic point. Nobody gets out alive. Can somebody type that in the comments for me? Nobody gets out alive. So why not play hard? Why not go hard, man? Nobody gets out alive. Every time somebody plays the lottery, they risk losing the amount they played. But they do it so easy because they can't do math. You know, it's a much easier bet for you to bet on your life, man. Why not play a bit of lottery with what you can create for yourself in this life we live? If we could predict, plan, and stay on a path that would ensure success, that would be dope, but it would also be boring as heck. It would be boring. We need a little bit of uncertainty. We need a little something to get our adrenaline pumping. Why not play hard? If you don't take risks, you're not going nowhere, champ. Your results might slowly get better because you're getting so much better at mastering some nonsense. You've been flipping burgers so long. You're like, I got 25 years of experience flipping burgers. No, you don't. You got 1 year because it don't take that long to learn how to flip burgers. You got 1 year of experience flipping burgers that you don't repeat it 25 times. I'm trying to tell you, it ain't the amount of experience you put in. It ain't the amount of years you put into the experience. It's the amount of experience that you're putting into your years. You hear what I'm saying to you? No risk, no reward. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. Take a chance on yourself. Here's number 6. Make success a habit. Make success a habit. Successful people put results before comfort, y'all. Number 6 is make success a habit. They don't make a couple efforts this week, then tail off. Then the following week, they back on track. Nah, it's consistent. They don't go from high to low as much as other people because they consistent. They manage themselves. They take consistent daily action. Warren Buffett said something wild. He was like, the chains of habit are often too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken. Understand that you've got habits. The question is, are these habits that are making success inevitable, or are these habits that are making failure inevitable? Does somebody hear what I'm saying to you? If you don't like it, delegate it. But if you like it and you love it, then become the best at it. Make it into a habit. Because right now you suck at something, you're only this many repetitions away from being a master of it. I want you to hear me clearly. If I had a scale, I want you to understand 0 to master is just a certain amount of repetitions. I don't care if you're talking about juggling. I don't care if you're talking about working your business. I don't care if you're talking about networking. I don't care if you're talking about a new language. If you suck, it's because you're closer to 0 repetitions. But if you're a master, it's because you're closer to 100. You're closer to 1,000. You're closer to 10,000. Is somebody getting what I'm saying here? You've got to turn it into a habit. This is the last one I got for you, y'all. Listen to your intuition. That's number 7. I know it don't sound right. Sounds real unbusiness-like. People think intuition is just something for women. But check it out, y'all. Your brain can be fooled. That's the wild part. That's the wild part. Your brain can be fooled. Please like this, share, give some comments and whatnot. We running out of time right here. But I just want you to understand, your gut don't know how to lie. Your brain can be fooled, but your intuition don't know how to lie. The facts might look good on paper, but when you have this weird sense that something's wrong, your heart knows things your mind can't explain. You hear what I'm saying to you? Listen to your intuition, millionaire. Start listening to your intuition. You got 6 faculties of the mind: will, perception, memory, reason, imagination, and intuition. You've got faculties that make you top of the food chain. You've got faculties that prove you've got a spark of divinity inside. One of them is intuition. People like Richard Branson, who's the founder of Virgin. The latest business is Virgin Intergalactic, where he's giving people $450,000 rides 90 miles up. So basically they get a space experience. Be confused with Virgin Records, Virgin Hot Air Balloons, Virgin Mobile with the cell phones. I mean, the man's, but what does he live by? His intuition. All I'm saying is you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's all I'm saying. The more uncomfortable, the bigger the growth. If you apply just one of these into your life, everything gonna change. All right, we out of here, y'all. It's affirmation time. I hope this was helpful to you. Call in right now on the live line. Call in right now, 667-776-4961. See, the reason that maybe some of our lives are improving, some of y'all that's been with me for years know where I started off. Y'all know how it's because I'm religious with it, man. Some of y'all want to get to heaven, but you don't want to do nothing religiously. Everybody want heaven, but nobody want to die to themselves. Everybody want heaven, nobody want to die to themselves. You know what I mean? Everybody want to stay the same. You get what I mean? If you could do it already with that current level of activity, you'd already have it, baby. You'd already be there. Clearly, it takes something different. Why not try affirmations? Why not try affirmations? Call in right now. If your phone line tries to charge you, just text "call me" to the same number and it'll call you back. All right, repeat after me. Let's get it. I am so happy and grateful